Is cheating in League of Legends completely out of hand?
So, at this point, we've had Vanguard forced onto most machines for a few weeks now. And since then, the talks kinda quieted down. On one side, it could be because... what else do you really want to mention there? But on the...
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, no one wants it initially, but the reality is most people kinda don't care.
the other side, it could be that the people who like League simply have to deal with it if they want to play League.
Yeah, that also seems extremely on point.
Regardless of the current perception though, with this kind of kernel level anti-cheat, Riot had to have a reason to push it out. There had to be a reason for Riot to upgrade their anti-cheat, right?
Yeah, that reason most likely is Tencent. Because Tencent is extremely closely tied, as some of you may know, with the glorious Chinese Communist Party. Oh yes, the only party that matters. And they really want to see your porn folder. Which is a problem. Which is that I don't want people to see my porn folder.
Otherwise, what we had before would be totally fine. Which over time became more and more the case as more people chipped in with their knowledge.
This is absolutely my realm of expertise, and I've never liked kernel level anti-cheat, ever. I think that it's ridiculous.
Well, if you go back...
I don't know who that guy was, but I 100% believe him. He had long hair and, whatever this headset, a headset on his head. So, I think he's probably a professional.
To what Riot said about Vanguard. They mentioned that the main reason for them to push it out is to catch botters and scripters.
Okay.
Scripting doesn't happen that often because it is far easier to detect it. Or at least it depends on...
I mean, if people can constantly detect scripters because they're just doing things that are absolutely out of the realm of normal human possibility, yeah, I think it's not that hard for a system designed to detect it.
what kind of a script it is. All you need is a couple of reports from the players, the system can then focus on the individual, and it can find patterns in behavior. Botting, however, is something that is a lot more interesting. Because while bots are designed to move with pattern-like behavior, you can give them some variations which can really throw off the detection. This would also suggest that bots are the main reason Riot is dealing with, not scripting.
Really?
Which would bring up one big question. Why? Why would we have so many bots that it becomes a problem for Riot? Well,
the only reasonable reason why I would assume is because they ruin matchmaking? What big purpose is there to bots? To buy accounts? I understand that, because if I'm ever getting banned on League of Legends, I'm just buying a new account, okay, right? I am not leveling another level 30. You can completely forget about it, okay?
well, as always, it's because money. But in League's case, it has the most hilarious twist I have ever seen. You see, when it comes to bots, I have a decent experience with dealing with them from other games. I honestly believe I have never seen a bot in League of Legends. But in something like WoW, oh boy, is there a big reason why they are there. You
Yeah, bots in WoW are common.
see, World of Warcraft has something called RMT, or Real Money Trading.
Yes.
Simply said, people farm in-game gold and then sell it for real money.
By the way, everyone knows what this is. This exploded when this happened, okay? I'm in front, so let's see. Someone legitimately paid 13k for this sword right here. Now, don't get me wrong. It's a really good sword at the end of the day. But is it worth 13k? Yeah, probably to the guy who bought it is. Otherwise, he would not have spent the money. And people are obviously pissed about that.
Which in most third world countries will earn you more than any other job. Now, in the modern version of WoW, the trading was diminished a little bit by introducing an official way to buy gold. However, over time, it was proven that this didn't really do anything. In the classic old school version of
The reason why it didn't really do anything is because, well, it's way easier to go on a site, buy the gold that you want. One, it costs you less because the gold will always be under the token price. And two, Well, if you need to buy, I don't know, 1 billion gold, that's one click on website. Well, that's a lot of it clicks off buying the WoW token, which is annoying.
Of WoW, however. There are no ways to officially buy gold, which means that gold farming is a lot more valuable. And of course, remember, it should be obvious that real money trading is against the terms of service, so people are risking getting banned. Anyway, this is why classic
No one's risking getting banned, okay? There was that small scare about, people getting banned. And, well, that was for a week in Season of Discovery or whatever. People were like, ooh, should I buy gold or not? I know because a lot of people in my guild buy gold. One person got banned for a week on one account. Oh, the horrors. Oh, the horrors. It was actually horrible because he hosted raids and, that was annoying. For us, but he didn't fucking care, obviously. And, well, now everyone's back to buying gold. And pretty much now the word on the street is, hey, unless you're buying 1 billion gold, you're probably fine.
WoW has been plagued with bots. People make new accounts, the bots start farming gold automatically, and they try to get as much as possible before getting banned. After which they sell the gold to other players, and that's how they make money. Now, of course,
which typically is, by the way, a month or 3 months. The ban wave has not happened in World of Warcraft for 6 months or something like that. I'm not sure if overall or just in Season of Discovery. It's kind of insane.
Of course, you have to keep in mind that World of Warcraft has a subscription model. So you have to buy the subscription for every bot you make. This means that in order for the bot farming to be worth it, you have to hit the point to break even with the initial costs, after which everything else becomes profit. And the sad reality is, apparently the bots make profit merely hours after they are created. There were quite a few creators who talked about this issue in the past. So for a very long time, all the way until the Season of Discovery made some changes around this, there was a lot of money in the entire botting market. But now...
Still is. Still, without question, is.
How is this related to League? League doesn't have any real money trading. It's not like you can farm gold in-game and then sell it to people. So how does the
You can farm IP?
botting market work in League? Well,
Account selling. It must be account selling. There's nothing left, right?
it is all tied to accounts, of which there are many kinds, with different people having different reasons for the purchase. But mainly, there is one kind of an account that makes all the botting worth it.
Smurfing?
Now, before we dive into that, let's talk about where can you even buy these accounts?
Google.
Well, I'm not showing you, because I don't want to support any of these websites.
Google.
But it's kind of funny that with a simple Google search, you can just find all of the websites. Of course, the servers are hosted on Russian or Venezuelan servers, so trying to take them down would be like riots shouting at a wall. If nobody picks up the phone on the other side of the line, there is not much you can do. But funnily enough, you can even find some accounts on eBay or Amazon. Not to mention that some of them are on Trustpilot as
171 reviews. That's nice.
verified companies. How does this even happen? There is no way this is...
So, essentially, this is what's gonna happen, right? This is the same reason why, in hardcore, every single person who is left playing is always buying gold in World of Warcraft. Because you were there. Exactly the same way that... it's exactly the same principle that I said at the start. Hey, if Riot bans my account for whatever reason, I don't give a shit. I'm just buying a new account. I'm not leveling level 30. Are you kidding me? Who am I, Tyler 1? No.
Real. Fast delivery of the product. Got 4 skins for free and the account had great MMR. Felt a bit sketchy, but super nice service with the skin choice. Immediately received the account and no issues so far. Best MMR account and so cheap, and you pick whatever skin you want, no extra price, very nice. What is scary about these is that I don't believe these are botted reviews.
They're not.
I'm losing faith in humanity here. Anyway,
People do this constantly. This is, again, I think that real money trading is gonna become a super accepted thing. ever. Unless you're like, I don't know, a Puritan casual guild in a game. Maybe then you're gonna be like, money trading bad. But everyone else, including casual players, a lot of casual players, are just buying gold. Because I'm fucking 30, okay? It's better to dish out $5 and buy whatever. I think, by the way, gold is ridiculously cheap currently, I got told. You know, you can dish out $5 and buy 100 gold in Season of Discovery. Well, farming 100 gold just by doing things would take you, I don't know, probably at least a couple of hours if you have some kind of super good method. But, you know, most likely that would take you normally like a couple of days. It's not even a comparison. It's like pirating. The reason pirating is efficient and good and works is because the default product is bad. Gold buying and all of this stuff is just a byproduct of some kind of thing that is not given by the game. And in this case, it's the fact that people have more money than time to play the game. That's how it works.
As I mentioned, there are different reasons for people to be purchasing these. So let's start with perhaps the most common purchase. In a hilarious twist of fate, the fact that League of Legends is an incredibly toxic game means a lot of people get banned. And when they do, they have two options. Either they level up a brand new account.
Never doing that.
Or they buy it. And they can buy a fully leveled up account for only $10. That's right, remember, in order for you to be able to play ranked, your account needs to be at least level 30. So the bots have to level it up, at which point you can sell it for $10. Now here's the thing, unlike the case with WoW, League has no entry fee.
Yes,
there is no subscription or anything like that. So there is no breaking even with the initial cost. As long as you manage to sell the account at all, it should be profitable. Of course, minus any costs related to the bot. Look, I have no idea what the botting price is or who even makes them. The point is, making profit in League is a lot easier. You can basically make as many accounts as you want and make them all run on a single machine, which is doable since League can run on a potato. After which you can literally rake in thousands of dollars. And this is the first case where Vanguard might actually do something. It is better at detecting these farms and pushing for hardware bans. Meaning that instead of banning the individual accounts, they just ban the entire computer with thousands of accounts on them. Of course, all of this can be also done through normal anti-cheat, but kernel has certain advantages here. Now, of course, buying new accounts is not the only thing you can do. In some cases, the player's skills might be awful, but they might want to flex to their friends with their diamond account.
Ah, yes, the worst of the worst people ever. Bro. So I was looking for a tank for BFD, and this was like a month or two ago at this point. And I'm just whispering random shamans and whatnot who are in the zone. And I'm like, hey, do you want to tank BFD? And the little fucking 40 shaman whispers me back, I'm level 40. I got all bis. Do you think I wanna tank for your trash BFD raid? Bro went up, looked his logs, motherfucker parsed to 50. And he actually wasn't kidding, he had biscuit and he's parsing out 50. My completely green shaman with two dismantles parsed 60. Completely fucking green. And it's not even the good greens, boys. It was the cheap, maybe I got them along at level 20 greens. Man, did I just tell that guy to kill himself real fast. Woo!
So why don't you buy it? Well, now we are looking at the price tag of roughly $60. That's right, for the price of a full game, you too can be a diamond gamer. I love how they even have...
By the way, so it's really nice of an idea to get rid of all these cheaters and whatnot, but we have been through situations like this before and whatnot, and the thing is simple. If this kernel level anti-cheat diarrhea vomit actually works, you know what's gonna happen? Accounts are just gonna be hacked. People are just gonna start hacking like diamond and whatnot accounts because it's gonna be harder to get them. Which means the price of these things is gonna escalate dramatically. And that's gonna facilitate the premise that it's actually worth trying to hack and steal people's accounts that are high ranked. That's gonna be the next level issue. Because again, the moment you close one door, another door just becomes more profitable. That is how life works. If you get rid of some kind of type of drug, the other drug becomes more wanted now.
Have a tag to let you know if it was leveled up by hand or if it was a bot. They are not even hiding it. And of course, the bot is cheaper because there is the risk of it getting detected. But still, 60 bucks? On one side, that is a lot for an account without an investment fee.
True.
But on the other side,
there are kids who are playing Fortnite and are 12 who do not play with people who have basic skin, the basic skin or some non-rare skins, because if your friends see you playing with someone who doesn't have a cool skin, they're gonna bully you in school. Man, can't we just go back to the good old days of physical violence, not just, this stupid bullying? Ugh. I miss the old days where bullying someone implied that you are physically gonna beat them if they try to resist. Not that it's, a Fortnite skin. Man, this is why the world's getting weak.
that's a cheap diamond account. I mean, did the bots really rank those accounts? There had to have been a real person going through the ranked ladder with these, right? That
Not
has to be the
necessarily.
case because they have master level accounts for 120 bucks. But you know what's the best thing about all of this? These accounts are not even the majority of the profitable market.
You also want to hear the most funny part about these accounts. Now think about this, right? You're a silver scrub or something like that, or maybe diamond. And you're obviously thinking, man, I'm so better than all of these people. They're just holding me back. I would actually be diamond. Then Riot bans you because you told way too many people that it's time to delete their Minecraft avatar, and maybe a couple of N-words thrown in there. By the way, that's literally the only way to get yourself banned. Anyway. And then you go on a website like this and you're like, well, I can buy another silver account and be the low-life pleb that I was born to be for 10 or 15 bucks. Or for 50, I can be where I belong, amongst the diamond gigachads. I mean, hey, it's a sunk cost fallacy thing almost.
For that, there is a whole different rabbit hole. And a massive shout out to Outside Joe, who did not only make one video on this, but two.
Wow.
And both are hilarious. You see, there is one kind of account that is a very popular purchase.
What's it called? It's the thing below bronze, iron, I think. And you know what's the hilarious part? You can actually buy a fresh account, and it can actually be iron, which means you can you essentially can gamble. Because buying an account is 10 bucks, and it's probably going to be bronze or whatever. But there is a chance it's going to be iron, and iron accounts are expensive.
And it is related to one thing people kept mentioning when Riot pushed for Vanguard. If Vanguard is so needed, why haven't we seen any bots in our games? Well, you should be happy if you haven't, because that means you are an above average player. Because the best and most valuable accounts in League of Legends are found with the lowest ranks possible.
Yep.
That's right. Have you ever wanted to inflate your ego because your life is spinning out of control and you really just wanted to turn into a piece of
Yeah.
Just buy an Iron 4 account.
Oh, it's only 40 bucks? What the hell?
Place where you are sure to destroy your opposition. And if not, you really have to reconsider your life choices. I mean, have you ever seen what's happening in Iron 4? It's like playing against AI. Why would you even buy an account for that? You see, Iron 4 is such a big problem that after you learn about it, you'll realize that all of Riot's decisions kinda circled around this.
There are people, by the way, who are paid to make Iron 4 accounts. And I don't remember, was it Necryl's vid or someone else's vid, but I saw this. There are people who are paid to make Iron level accounts. And the process is crazy. The process is essentially as hard as getting Challenger at some points. Because you can be banned as a bot real easy in Iron if you're actually better than Iron in some situations, because you need to time it perfectly, you know? You need to be that Malphite who goes in exactly at the wrong time possible and kills your team, because you're essentially playing to lose. But you can't play to lose just by feeding, because that's gonna get you suspended and banned. So getting Iron accounts is pretty interesting.
Remember how Riot announced that their new ranked system will be better at placing you where you belong with your rank? Yes, on one side it could be just correcting some mistakes when it comes to placements. But on the other side, if you are a gold player playing on an Iron account, the system will be faster at detecting that, and it will quickly put that account back to gold. That's why sometimes you can play a gold game, but you might have an Iron teammate. There is the likelihood it is a bot account. Now, from my limited research, Iron 4 accounts are roughly around 30 or 40 bucks, which isn't as high as some of the higher ranks. However, because these don't require any kind of skill to get them running, you literally just fire up a bot and let it do whatever it wants as long as it loses. These accounts are far easier to make, and therefore they are more profitable. But now you may be asking, well, is there really that many of them? Well, yes, and the stats show it. When Outside Joke made a video on this topic a year ago, at that time, the king of all bots was still Annie. A champion that is so mechanically simple, a bot can play her. Okay. Which is why, during one period in history, she was around 30% win rate in Iron, because most of the Annies there were bots. But over time, as the anti-cheat became better, more and more of these bots were picked up. Which meant that in these cases, most of the bots didn't even get to the finish line before getting sold. Which is where a new king dropped onto the Iron Throne.
Ooh.
Yep, that's right, Yumi has an amazing...
Okay, how the hell do you detect if someone's cheating with Yumi?
Advantage. When you attach yourself to another champion, nobody has any idea what's happening in your head. So what the bots can do is just attach themselves to another champion and just randomly press buttons. As long as you do something, the system is unlikely to detect you. Which is why, if you check the global win rates for Iron 4 today, you will see Yumi at the very bottom with 2% below the second.
Yo, look at this. Look at this, how sad this shit is. There are people playing actually Kiana and Riven here, thinking, oh shit, I'm gonna play an overpowered champion and just get out because, oh my lord, this is sad.
2% below the second to last champion. And that's while having quadrupled the number of games. Now, of course, on one side, the win rate could be related to the fact that Yumi is a bit more difficult champion to play, at least properly, and from the perspective of an Iron player. So of course, people would be losing with her. But at the same time, her win rate is not as low as any, because at the end of the day, the bot just attaches to a champion, and if they just press buttons, they can do a lot in the game. It is Yumi after all. So the win rate is also higher because of that. But here you also need to remember that Iron 4 is a mystical place that warps reality. Because here, out of 167 champions, only 10 have positive win rate. So the accounts that get here legitimately stay here.
Holy shit, Aurelian Sol! Wow, okay. Also Ramos Zaire Mundo Yoring Brand. Brand? Nilach? I've never seen nor played her. Orgot, Zach, and Leona. Oh boy, this is something else.
here legitimately. Unless someone buys them and plays a very complicated champion that somehow has very high win rate in Iron 4.
Yeah.
But yes, this is Riot's current botting battle. It is not one you will see.
I mean, honestly, if you're gonna spend your time destroying people in Iron 4, yeah, I see how Aurelion Sol is amazing. Think about it. You can actually go for the dream of making your W as big as the map. Nice.
Somehow has very high win rate in Iron 4. But yes, this is Riot's current botting battle. It is not one you will see because it is happening in a
By the way, the reason why Riot cares about this is because they are losing out on money if people don't level 130, okay? Because the acquisition of champions is slow and tedious and blah blah blah. So if someone gets banned, they probably want to play. They don't want to play start League of Legends fresh from level 1 with a champion they don't play. And you need 10 champions to play in ranked. So no 11 maybe no was it 10 or 11 I don't know. Anyway. So they're gonna probably spend money on buying champions. And Riot is missing out on that potential money. And there's also, I think, an experience boost? I'm pretty sure there was such a thing in League of Legends, right?
Taken place. But it is still Riot servers that are being paid for, that are hosting the games for all of these bots, that farm accounts and then sell them for profit. All while Riot is just losing resources and server capacities. So in a way, you could see this battle with bots as an investment on Riot's part. Perhaps they are going against the bots not because the account market would be that problematic, but because it's worth removing the bots because they are leeching resources. Though from my perspective, none of this really...
And yes, they are leeching a little bit resources, even though that's probably like super minor.
justifies Vanguard. Because if this was the main issue, there is one very simple fix for this problem. Just remove smurfing. There is literally no point to having Smurf accounts besides boosting your own ego. It doesn't benefit the ladder, it doesn't benefit the quality of games,
True,
and you know what?
true.
Dota was right all along.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I remember Dota did this. I don't know what actually happened with how this ended, but I don't know. Probably not well. It's Dota at the end of the day. Anyway, that was our boy, Necrit. 10 out of 10. Man, crazy stuff. Anyway, this is Quizzer Said. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Haven't already. Have a nice day. Bye bye.